Hey, so this is Scott Burkey from Westrock Company. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Glad to be talking to you guys today. And we're going to walk through virtual design iterations for customers. What we're going to talk about today, or what I'm going to ramble through, is a little bit about me and Westrock. We're going to also talk some about the design iterations, how we use them, how it came to be. What we're seeing is some benefits and some obstacles from doing 3D model design iterations with customers, and then I just have some words of encouragement for you guys. So, by way of introduction, again, Scott Burkey. I'm the XR product manager at Westrock, and so what that means is that I touch everything that has to do with extended reality in our company. So we are a consumer packaging company. We do everything from turning trees into paper into products like corrugated, pizza boxes, or consumer packaging for things you see in the grocery store, or fast food packaging. And so we take trees, turn that into paper into products. We also manufacture retail environments, some displays that you may interact with in retail. And we also manufacture machines. So the machines that take our customers' products and put them in our products, our packaging, we manufacture those machines as well. So we'll speak just a little bit about that. So Westrock, 300 factories globally, public company. Super proud to be a part of Westrock and what we're doing. We'll dig in. So we call within my center of excellence, right, at Westrock, we have capabilities to do many things. We do factory augmented reality training and support for factory workers. We do virtual reality training, and we also do 360 live videos and immersive product design, which is taking 3D models of objects, placing them into AR and VR for our customers to be able to consume and give us feedback on. So how this kind of began was back last summer. I was able to sit with a guy named Cash in our company. Like any good true Southerners, we had lunch at Chick-fil-A and talked, and Cash shared with me that we have had problems with building physical displays and shipping them to customers. So think a 6-7 foot tall glass, metal, wood display that you take products out of in a convenience store. That those displays we ship back and forth to customers, getting feedback on in what we call design iterations. And he said, we'd love to be able to show them something in AR or VR that they could look at, and we could go through the design cycles first before we actually put hammer to nail and build an actual physical display or cabinet. And so I said, you know what? I don't know anything about designing in 3D. You do, but I know how to take files and put them into AR and VR. And so we started working on this last summer, and we've been able to really produce some good prototypes for customers in AR and VR that saved us a lot of time and money and logistic nightmare shipping physical displays back and forth. Cash has since then, I've been fortunate enough to be able to get Cash onto my team. Cash has come into the XR COE and is now managing the designing of taking 3D models and texturizing and UV mapping and putting those into AR and VR for our customers to consume. We're doing a lot of pulling files out of SolidWorks, using a lot of different things, 3ds Max, other platforms, to be able to prep models to go load into platforms like Sketchfab for AR, or the Oculus for Business program. We have some Business Quest for the virtual reality displays to be consumed. So a lot of different tech. I'd love to talk to you more about that sometime offline. We are taking 3D models of consumer packaging and displays and presenting that in AR and VR. And we are also able to take and create 3D models of different things to use in mixed reality, in guided workflows in our factories, and to create standalone VR immersive environments to use for training purposes and those sorts of apps. So that program, IPD, within our Center of Excellence has been quite successful. Just wanted to show you guys a couple of examples of what this looks like. So it's a little bit kind of tough to see, but on the one side here, you see a Krispy Kreme display that you may be used to seeing inside a grocery store. And if you take a look at that, you can see that it's possible to take an actual display, a virtual display, and drop it in a physical location so that you can walk around it and look at it, what it looks like in the context of the grocery store or convenience store. So AR is super valuable because every customer has a tablet or a phone to be able to see a virtual representation of that object in their physical retail location. On the right, we have an example of about it's maybe 12, 14 foot tall, maybe even taller than that, Lowe's corrugated display. This is a case where we were able to take and do this display and present it in virtual reality. This was a real success because you can move around this, you can teleport around it in virtual reality, and that actual physical display was too big to deliver to our customer for their conference room to look at it. So in VR, we're not restricted by low ceiling heights of conference rooms. So we were able to deliver something in VR that could not be shipped out and shown in the actual customer facility. So these are just kind of a couple of examples of the types of displays that we're talking about. So just like most of you guys, in XR, there's a ton of things that we can do. And as a software developer myself, my answer always tends to be, yeah, we can do that. But of course, we want to tie our deliverables to the actual to just some business value and some metrics there, right? And so we focus on things like how is what we're doing going to allow us to iterate in real time with customers, which makes it easier to interact with us and it reduces time to market. It saves us physical materials and shipping to ship physical displays out when we can deliver these in virtual and augmented reality. Our sales efforts, our sales folks are standing out perhaps above the competition when they're able to come in, not with printed or even digital renderings of displays, but when they come in with AR and VR representations, it makes our salespeople that much more confident and memorable in their interactions with customers. We have a good fair amount of, we'll call them kind of digital first brands, customers of ours that have always sold digitally, and now they're starting to move into retail. And so those sorts of customers really not just enjoy, but they insist on virtual design iterations like they're used to. And so we certainly want to rise to the 21st century at Westrock as well and be able to deliver what our customers are used to seeing. So we're saving money with travel. We're saving money in materials. We can do, again, you think about that Lowe's example, we can do something there with physical models, with virtual models that you can't do with physical models. So we can take and deliver something in a virtual setting that might be impossible to do in an actual conference room. We have a ton of models at our disposal because we have the CAD files for all of our machines and all of our products. And we're able to build our own VR apps now and not rely on partners to do that. So the addition of Cash and his team to be able to build these experiences has been an invaluable addition to the XR Center of Excellence at Westrock. Just some final thoughts I wanted to share with you guys. You know, we've run into, like all of you guys have, we run into challenges where people might be hesitant to get into a VR headset. Certainly understandable. If the only time they were in a VR headset was 3 years ago in PlayStation VR, their kids had, and it made them dizzy, or it was awkward, there might be some hesitancy there. We've had to work through how to overcome some of these objections, or maybe do some casting so that they don't have to go into the headset. They can still experience it, on a big screen. So we deal with challenges, not always necessarily physical challenges or technology challenges. We deal with challenges in adoption and in just overcoming some of the objections that our internal and external customers might have to AR and VR. And so that's been an interesting thing for me to learn leading this XR COE at Westrock. I'm really glad that we did this. I'm really glad that we decided to bring these capabilities in-house and put someone like Cash in place that's able to, this guy can take a 3D model of anything, or he can create a 3D model of anything, and then go texturize it, map it, and go put it into VR and AR. It's a very valuable skill set to have, because again, it transfers over to not just customer design iterations, but it transfers over into AR, VR, mixed reality, what we're doing in factories, what we're doing out in other parts of our business. So I would just encourage you that if you are delivering a tangible good to customers that you're having to build and prototype and ship out to customers, or have them come to your facility, I would encourage you that with some relatively simple and inexpensive tools, a little bit of training, maybe some camaraderie or some networking with some folks like Cash and I, you can start to do this as well, and start off small and start to take and see what you can do with AR and VR. AR first, then VR, for taking 3D models and presenting them out in AR and VR. So a lot of stuff there. You probably got a lot of questions. I think when you're watching this, I'm going to be in a Q&A session. Love to talk to you guys more, answer any questions. I'm also going to leave you with my contact information, my email, my LinkedIn profile, and super important, my Instagram profile. That is not Westrock approved, but if you're on Instagram, I'd love to connect with you there as well. Let's talk further. LinkedIn, anytime, and love to talk to you more in depth about what we're doing and give you some encouragement on how you could possibly do it as well. So thanks for your time, and I hope to talk to many of you soon.